How to get as much privacy as you need. I moved into a roomy 2-bedroom house recently. It was nice from the outside. It had a nice kitchen, a nice patio, and I really liked the master bedroom and private office layout. Right after I moved in, I realized that I had made a big, big, big mistake. I had the nosiest neighbors on the planet. Apparently, they had nothing going on in their own lives, so they made it a full-time job to investigate everything that was going on in mine. My whole life was on display. When my girlfriend came over to practice yoga, our neighbors would walk in front of our house and crane their necks to steal a peek. Closing the curtains only furthered their curiosity. Grabbing a little sunshine on the patio brought them back around near us again. Sometimes they would just barge over and want to borrow stuff at inopportune times. I grew to dislike these people immensely, so I brought a fence. No, wait, let me back that up. I bought an enormous fence, and let me tell you something. It's changed my life. Not only did it send a clear-cut message to back off, but it was a nice, gentle reminder that our lives are not on display. It definitely created some new boundaries and actually raised the level of respect. This was something that was totally needed and a necessary expense. I never knew that getting a fence could totally transform a negative situation like mine into a positive one. For one thing, it created a whole new reality. I got an age-stained wooden fence that was about 10 feet tall, and it fit in with my pine trees, creating a private gateway. And getting this whole thing, from start to finish, on my end, took very little effort, because all I would have to do is just call a couple contractors, and they did all the work. I had just merely to sketch out a few ideas on a pad of paper and tell them what I wanted, and these guys I paid for total pros. They knew about the right types of material to use and how to treat the wood, so it'd be a worthwhile investment. I was relieved to see them take my vision and create something that brought instant satisfaction and peace of mind. My job after that was to totally distress and reevaluate my situation. My girlfriend and I were actually able to enjoy our yard and meditate in peace and do our morning stretches without getting an audience. After a while, our neighbors didn't even bother coming over anymore. They didn't even bother looking outside their windows every time we decided to step out. Well, they couldn't see us, so eventually they just lost interest. On one hand, I suppose I could feel pretty mean and rotten about the way I handled it, but I don't regret it one bit. See, I stopped having racing heartbeats and paranoia about constantly being the center of attention, of their attention. And I was able to enjoy my new home, finally, at last. We were even able to have friends come over and practice Tai Chi together in my backyard. This was awesome. And the best part about it was that everything was private. I love that. Getting a fence, the right type of fence, gave me back all of this peace of mind and privacy. Now, we're not loud people, we're not snobby people, but we do enjoy living our own lives in peace. I know some neighbors have a big problem with that. But now their concerns and our concerns do not conflict. Who'd ever think that getting an artful fence and having it professionally installed would make all the difference?